Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hello. This is Brigitte Brown Jackson. I am a behavioral wealth strategist and the founder of Exponential EduVentures. It is day number 21, and we are coming in here again live with a Black History Month series, Leadership Legends. Today, we're going to be talking about Benjamin O. Davis Sr. And share some information in case you don't know who he is, and share all of that, and again enlighten you on his leadership. So there you go. There's Benjamin O. Davis Sr., there is a Benjamin O. Davis Jr., and they both had similar careers. And so that's why I want to make sure we distinct that we are talking about senior right now. So we're talking again none other than Benjamin O. Davis Sr. He was born in 1877 and died in 1970. He was a general in the U.S. Army, okay, of highest ranks, right? So what makes him so special, and why are we talking about him? Number one, again, you probably didn't learn about him when you were in elementary, middle school, or high school. So we're doing a lot of the unsung heroes that, again, did a lot of amazing things that we might not know about. And so he's a pioneering figure in the U.S. Military because of the legacy that he left. He inspired so many people and just, again, done some unwavering dedication in his service to his people. He was relentless in his pursuit of excellence. He was a man of excellence, a man of honor. And he was the first African-American general in the United States Army. Again, his contributions were incredible because it led to breaking down racial barriers and fostering diversity in the armed forces, right? And so it was unparalleled at the time. And so today we want to honor him. All right, we're honoring Benjamin O. Davis Sr. His military career spanned over 40 years. Like, it was, again, very, very incredible, the things that he was able to do. He overcame obstacles. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the obstacles that he had to overcome? In addition to that, he shattered racial barriers. And today we're able to see some things. There's still some deficits. There's still some inequalities in our world. But again, because of people like Benjamin O. Davis and his leadership, that we were able to see stuff. So he was commissioned as the second lieutenant in can you believe this? 1898. 1898, he rose through the ranks to become the first general in the Army by 1940, right? And so, again, just absolutely, absolutely amazing, amazing story. Let's talk about his leadership. So let's talk about his leadership. Davis's leadership during World War II, again, was pivotal because it broke those barriers. It did some racial integration, which then paved the way for our people of today. So again, if you know somebody that served in the armed forces and was able to move up in ranks, we can say thank you to the resilience of Benjamin O. Davis, because think about what all he had to go through to be able to achieve that. And so, I've been talking. If this is your first time, again, I want to unpack this. Again, my name is Brigitte Brown Jackson. I'm a behavioral wealth strategist. So I do talk about leadership tendencies and behaviors in context of you gaining wealth by using what you already have within you, your behavior preference, right? And so with that, we've been talking about emotional intelligence and tying it in there. So Davis was able to have such an emotional intelligence that enabled him to navigate the complexities of the military. Can you imagine? And through that, his leadership, he was able to, again, face adversity, but he was able to be posed because of the fact that he was able to understand other people. He was a courageous advocate. Can you imagine the advocacy he had to do to, again, do racial inequality and to integrate into the military? And so for that, he stood on principles of justice and equality. And again, that put him in such a position to be able to bless people even today. His fearless was able to challenge institutionalized racism and segregation, because we know that there were separate units, even, I'm not going to get into it, but even the Tuskegee Airmen and different other services, military services, where it was such discrimination that they didn't get their dues until years and decades later. And so we want to just, again, acknowledge him for his perseverance, for his resilience. Because of that, because he remained steadfast in his commitment and service to excellence, we are reaping the benefits from it. All right. And so let's get into it. Let's talk about the 3 tips that leaders can take away. All right. Number 1, I want you as a leader to build your emotional intelligence, or we call it EQ. Some people call it EI. I need you to build it. So I need you to develop empathy. I need you to develop your self-awareness at a level that you understand yourself microscopically. And then effective communication skills to build strong relationships and inspire others. Can you do that? Can you build your EQ? All right. And then number 2, advocate for justice and equality. So stand up for the principles of justice and equality and diversity that will foster an inclusive environment. Is your organization like that? And if not, are you speaking out, or are you being a silent contributor? Because I love to tell people, if you're silent, that means you're in agreements, even if you're not in agreements. Okay. If you work in an organization that's healthy, they will value conflict. They will value the fact that you have a different opinion. But again, we want to do what's right for all people. Right. And then number 3, persevere in the face of adversity. All right. So maintain that positive attitude and resilience, right? Don't let anybody waver. Have that paradigm that I'm going to be resilient and resound in the things. Embrace those challenges as opportunities for growth. We don't fail. Those failures are lessons, right? And then learn that in the most challenging times that you have the wherewithal to be able to come up. So again, today we have been doing Benjamin O. Davis Sr. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong one. I wanted to come a little bit closer. Benjamin O. Davis Sr. Okay, we're at our 7-minute mark. We're going to go on out. As you can see, I am not in my home office. And so I want you to know this is literally live. I dedicated myself for 29 days, for 29 days of February to come into you to give you leadership lessons by some amazing, amazing people that are able to help us do some things. So again, this has been Leadership Legends, Black History Month series, and I am your host, Brigitte Brown Jackson. I'm a behavioral wealth strategist. I am the founder of Exponential EduVentures, where we help leaders develop their talent, keep their talent, therefore increasing their profits, keeping their profits in their coffers, and gaining more productivity. I love you, and you can't do nothing about it. I'll see you tomorrow as we come back for day number 22 in this series. Bye.